Listen, 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 listen. Listen. Listen.
On the eve of Eid al-Fitr, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps escalated its offensive under Operation True Promise 4, targeting 5 U.S. military bases across West Asia. The strikes reportedly hit installations in Al-Kaj, Al-Dhafra, Ali al-Salem, Erbil, and the U.S. Fifth Fleet, marking a significant expansion in Tehran's regional response. According to the IRGC, the attacks were carried out using Qiam and Emad missile systems, along with coordinated drone strikes. The operation forms part of what Iran describes as a phased attrition strategy, aimed at degrading U.S. military presence and infrastructure across the region. Alongside the strikes, Iran issued a renewed warning, stating that any future aggression against its territory would trigger responses beyond previous attacks. Reinforcing that message, a senior military spokesperson signaled a hardline posture as the conflict risks widening further.
We opened the gates of fire and pain upon the hidden nests of American soldiers and their radar equipment in the region, and the military infrastructure of the occupied Palestinian territories, with a train of heavy missiles and a rain of drones. Our entry into the field is not a defeat. God has closed the path of defeat for us. Do you see more than 2 paths before us? Both paths are glorious for us. One is the path of martyrdom, whose glory is eternal, fixed, and immutable. And the other is the path of victory, which is a victory for us both. There is no power except with God, the exalted, the wise.
This latest escalation now feeds into a broader offensive pattern, as Iran claims to have struck over 55 U.S. and Israeli-linked targets across the region under the latest wave of operations.
Listen, 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 listen.
Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has launched the 70th wave of its retaliatory campaign, Operation True Promise 4, striking more than 55 targets linked to the United States and Israel across West Asia. The escalation marks one of the most expansive, coordinated strike phases in the ongoing confrontation. According to the IRGC, 5 U.S. military installations were among the primary targets, including bases in Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Kuwait, Iraq's Kurdistan region, and the U.S. Fifth Fleet headquarters in Bahrain. The strikes involved a combination of missile systems and attack drones as part of what Iran describes as a sustained pressure strategy. The IRGC says the operation relied on Qiam, Emad, Khorramshahr 4, and multi-warhead Qadr missile systems, with impacts reported in strategic locations, including Haifa and Tel Aviv. The strikes, it claims, went beyond what it called enemy estimates, signaling an intensifying battlefield dynamic.
The destruction of targets beyond the enemy's estimates by the Khorramshahr 4 and Qadr multi-warhead systems has deepened the miserable conditions of the Zionists in the occupied territories.
The timing of the offensive, on the eve of Eid al-Fitr, has been framed by Tehran as symbolic, projecting what it calls the emergence of a new regional order. The campaign is also being described as part of a broader doctrine of gradual attrition against its adversaries.
The terrifying sounds, eruptions of fire and columns of smoke in more than 55 points, promise a different beginning of a new regional order for Muslims on the eve of the Islamic Eid al-Fitr.
In a sharp warning, the IRGC has reiterated that any further aggression against Iran's territory or sovereignty will be met with strikes exceeding previous operations, signaling the potential for further escalation in an already volatile region.
It is essential to remind that the Revolutionary Guards, in their offensive strategy, will attack the source of any aggression against their territory and national sovereignty beyond previous strikes.